Hey everyone, back for one more show. No, it's many more. Don't worry, not that anyone is, but anyway, happy Easter to everyone. Either to those of the Christian ilk or the pagans who managed to sneak in with the eggs and the rabbit and shit. But whatever. Hopefully, you have some time with your families and your loved ones. So I think one of the triggers for today's little rant speech was actually Easter, because I've just become more and more aware of what I think the sheer insanity of what's we're being told and what's happening, and we stay in the Colosseum. Just like the Romans, when people started to think a bit and go like, hang on here, this seems a bit weird and doesn't match up. There's a show on. Christians will be eaten by lions and lawn bowls with heads of slaves. They didn't do that, but well, who knows? Maybe they did. And people go, oh wow, yeah, that's much better than actually thinking it. Like, So that made me sort of think. And then of course there's a plethora of available topics that you just go like, what the actual fuck? So let's start with one. Australia's decision to buy 5 or 6 submarines, I'm not sure what it is, worth billions of dollars to protect us from the ever-increasing influence of China. And you go like, are there a lot of Australians who are homeless, or sleeping in tents, cars, like hundreds of thousands of people of all ilk, working people, families, single people, old people, don't stand a chance. No. That's by 2050 we'll have another 10,000 homes. That's what I tell you, and you go like, that's a Monty Python sketch. And then you start thinking like, so here we are, we're sort of bagging China. I'm not a huge friend either in regard to the human rights records and all that sort of stuff. But to simply say that they're the bad ones because they control us is like saying, well, we've given you the key to do whatever you want, but now we want the key back. Like they produce everything for everyone globally. So they then go like, oh, you're the bad one, emissions, or you want to dominate stuff is a little bit skinny, in regard to making an invalid argument. Maybe countries should make as much as they possibly could themselves. Bit of a no-brainer, really, I think. But yeah, it's just pushed and shoved under the corner. So yeah, some of these things I sometimes I can't get away from it. Just rabbit hole. Maybe that's what it was. That's what started it all. To hoping that the genie's bottled and have a look inside. And the list goes on. On the good side, on the flip side, I still have maintained a fairly jovial attitude to life, because I think it's not good if we become as hardcore objectionable as the other parties are in regard to trying to hoodwink us. I think then without just people just throw rocks at each other from either side. And I don't think life's supposed to be like that. I mean, sure, have a strong, firm opinion and say what you want to say, but have a look a little bit in the fucking mirror sometimes. And the petrochemical industry, and I know I've done a podcast in regard to super efficient combustion engines that would be in my view, not scientifically backed, but in my view probably, if not less damaging to the environment, at least not worse than what needs to happen for us to convert to EVs, electrical cars. By the time it's mined hundreds, thousands of miles away by poor bastards for peanuts, It's then shipped to a European country for processing of image. It's then shipped to another country for manufacturing of batteries, and then shipped back to where the car is manufactured. Uh, that's not a tiny footprint. So it seems like taking the high road for the sake of taking the high road. I think we just blindly follow this lovely notion of let's be green, and there won't be a better place. It won't. It's just clever marketing. That's what it is. That's what I think. And lastly, before I let it go, another little humorous, but it's really not, sort of detail that I read in an article last week, where the United Nations Security Council, which gets together, has I think 5 permanent members and 10 that are voted on for 2-year period. Switzerland's actually on there, which will be a quiet affair, I would suspect, since they have billions of dollars in their bank accounts from everyone else that we're not going to rock the boat. Anyway, so there was this hoopla because the presidency of the United Nations Security Council is currently held by the Russian Federation. I know, yeah, like you, I was like, excuse me, I must have misheard. Like, really? The Russian Federation is the president of the Security Council? Warmongering and trying to overrun another country that mob? Yes. That's that mob, Stefan. It's just how it works, don't worry about it. Colloseum is on the weekend. Great entertainment. Oh, okay. And I invited this Russian lady, who has been responsible for repatriating, that's what she calls it. So I'll just call it kidnapping, which is probably more accurate. Tens of thousands of Ukrainian kids, and has flown them into Russia to keep them safe from the Nazis and the fascists that run the Ukrainian side of things. And of course everyone like, you can't do that, that's not right. And the Russians go like, boom. Where I'm the president, I make those rulings, and it's actually just an information exchange. It's not like some hardcore, like, are we gonna, admit Andorra or one of those sort of things. It's more sort of a loosely based, available session that they have. It's just nuts, insane. How days, what? And then I can't play certain sport. The International Olympic Committee goes like, whoa, no, you have overstepped the line of humanity and decency, blah blah blah. The United Nations, no, please be our president, take over the presidency. We respect you and admire you. You're elected by us, not us, but the countries. Crazy. It's a crazy world we live in, people. I told you, ground yourselves. Grow veggies. Make your own wine. Make cheese, if you can. I wish I could. Make your own bread. We should go back to living our lives a bit more like our grandparents did. Why the fuck do we ship our oldies off into nursing homes? That never happened back in the day. Maybe right towards the end, when it became to, palliative care. But before that, they lived with family. Where have we gone so wrong? That we are so hoodwinked into wanting everything at the cost of everything, because we've got to work our asses off. We don't have time for our kids. We're slaves, completely on the leash of the system that tells us that this is what you need if you want to, be seen as having done well, success. You are someone. Nice car, fabulous house, all that sort of stuff. But then, in order to have that, you have no life. Why do people sign up for that? I don't understand. I'd rather live in a tent And at least I don't have to bend over every day and get rogered by numerous entities who go like, whoa, Stefan, you owe us this, you need to pay us that, interest has gone up, or whatever it may be. Why do we do that? Why do we connect more with the Matrix? I just made that up. I'm not completely lost my shit in regard to questioning what we're being told and what we see. But fuck, we all should hold these people to account and actually go like, we're not getting submarines for billions of dollars while our people are homeless. We're not doing that. It's just nuts. That's what we should be doing. So, yeah. A few snippets of my rabbit hole journey and trying to leave the Colosseum. That's what I call this podcast. Trying to get out and have a bit more clarity and look at things and make decisions accordingly. I can't change the world, but I can at least improve my life in regard to not being bullshitted to and taking it. So yeah, and of course, Sorte to everyone. Enjoy your public holidays if you have them. If not, enjoy what you're doing, give the best you can, and leave the Colosseum. Alright, bye.